The attempted lore gotcha, a letters classic. That's when people write in and they're trying to prove that they know more about the lore, that there's been some kind of mistake that's been made by the writer, the editorial staff. At the time when lots of these letters come from, it's the editorial staff. And so these letter writers will try and prove their superior knowledge of the lore. Today we're going to be looking at a couple of people who were doing that at the debut of Supergirl, where they felt there were maybe some holes in how she debuted. These letters come from Action Comics 255, and I also included one that's just because I think that person's right. It doesn't have to do with Supergirl, but I think they're entirely right. I don't think the editor saves it. Dear editor, when Supergirl landed on Earth, she did not have to learn how to fly. But when Superman arrived on Earth, he did have to learn how to fly. Why? Did you goof? There's an answer. Because Superman was only an infant when he arrived on Earth, it took several years for him to control his flying powers accurately. But since Supergirl arrived as a teenager, still with the hyphen there, it was simple for her to master the art of flying. That one sounded pretty credible. We'll go with it. Dear editor, can you explain why Supergirl's rocket ship crashed when it landed on Earth? Wasn't it made of indestructible metal from the planet Krypton? And the response, yes, but the fuel that powered the rocket was a super fuel, which exploded when the rocket landed. It was this super explosion that damaged the hull. Ordinarily indestructible. That one also, good save. This last one though, there's no salvaging it. I think Daniel is just right. Dear editor, in the May issue, I noticed that you had Superman fill his lungs with air and then exhale the air into a submarine so that the men inside the sub could breathe. How is this possible? When oxygen inhaled into the lungs becomes converted into carbon dioxide. The answer, Superman obviously did the whole job at super speed. So fast, this chemical change didn't have time to occur. I don't think they successfully responded to Daniel. I think that was just a mistake they didn't think about. So do you agree with these people's call outs of Supergirl lore? Do you feel that they were rebuffed? What do you think about the carbon dioxide? Do you just want to hear some more lore busts, or do you want to see some crash outs? Sometimes people crash out in letters column, and that's pretty fun. Let me know.